Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hi, I am Janine. Please be sure to share, like, comment and subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to click that bell to get notified each and every single time I upload a new video. So with that said, let's get right into this video. So in today's video, I will be sharing 19 things that I learned at 19. So the first thing is that comparison is the thief of joy. I'm sure you've heard this like many times, but it's quite true. When you begin to compare yourself to someone else, you lose track of where you are going and your own journey and your roots. Which brings me to the next thing that I learned: how to stay in my lane. Staying in your lane. That's what I learned. And that changed my perspective or my view of life, because I knew my own path and I wasn't distracted by trying to jaywalk into someone else's lane, but I stayed on my path and I went along with my journey and not someone else's journey or how they're progressing with their own journey. That brought me along to my third point, which is to learn how to forgive and release. Albert Einstein once said, "Weak people revenge, strong people forgive, and intelligent people ignore." I found this to be quite fitting because in life you need to know when to forgive and to release. And when you release people once you've forgiven them, it relieves you of a burden that you didn't know you were carrying. And when you're relieved from this burden, it's liberating and it's freeing. You've got more energy, more life to do other things. And then the fourth thing that also comes hand in hand with forgiving and releasing is also learning how to apologize when you are wrong. In life, you will not always be right. You will not always be wrong. But somewhere along those lines, you learn from your mistakes. So when you are wrong, you must make sure that you apologize. Point number 5. You must learn how to choose your battles wisely. There are some battles in life that there is no use fighting. And then there are some that you have to fight and see through to completion. And point number 6, it all begins with me. If I want to see a change, a lasting change, it begins with me. I have to make the first move to set that change in motion. So if I want someone to start treating me better, I start treating them even better than they're treating me, so that in the end, they begin to learn from that. Number 7, overcompensating with words is useless. So I learned how to stop overcompensating with words and not compensating with words at all. My actions should speak louder than my words. So if I want you to know something, I will show you, not just tell you, but show you. So if I'm telling you how to, let's say, wash the dishes, I will show you, not just tell you how to do them. I will show you. Point number 8, emotions aren't bad. When I was younger, I used to think that it was bad. Emotions are bad. You're not supposed to feel certain ways. I would feel bad for certain emotions. Now I've learned, I've grown. I now know that you need to deal with your emotions for you to be able to progress in life. It's how you deal with your emotions that change your emotions from being bad to being good emotions. Sometimes you're supposed to feel sad when certain things happen, and that's okay. That leads me into the next point, point number 9. If you're easily offended, you're easily manipulated. I'll say that again. If you are easily offended, you are easily manipulated. If you're easily offended, if someone says something and you're offended from get-go, every single time someone says something, you're offended, you're offended, you're offended. You are easily manipulated. You must say no to the spirit of offense. You must tell it to leave you alone. Point number 10. Just because I'm entitled to my own opinion does not mean that I need to constantly voice it. You are entitled. Everyone who has a voice everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But because you're entitled to your opinion does not necessarily mean that each and every time that something happens, you have your opinion. Your opinion is ready to go. You're ready to blast. You're ready to say this. You're ready to say that. No. Sometimes your silence speaks louder than your words. Sometimes you don't need to give your opinion in certain situations. Sometimes your opinion is not needed. I don't need to always voice out my opinion. So sometimes it's just better to zip, lock, and throw the key away. And then this leads on to my 11th point. Not every action deserves a reaction. Sometimes the best reaction is no reaction. In any scientific study or research, they do experiments. There are certain times whereby you add solutions together. And when you add those solutions together, sometimes the solution turns pink, it turns purple, it turns yellow, turns orange, and sometimes there's no color change. It stays the same, it stays clear, right? Same thing with life. When something happens, sometimes doesn't need you to react. Sometimes you do need to react, you're required to react, and sometimes you're not. So with learning that not every action requires a reaction, I learned how to be sober, which is point number 12, how to be a sober individual. Through being sober, I was able to become a level-headed person. The 13th point, slow progress is still valid progress. Reason why I say this is progress is a steady thing. It's something that you continuously do over a period of time, and sometimes it takes longer than you expect it to. Even if it's not as much as I would have wanted it to be, it is still valid. Point number 14. I am a work in progress. And as a work in progress, I don't need to be checking other people's progress to validate my progress in life. Which brings me to my 15th point. The moment I stop learning, I stop growing. I need to constantly be learning something. In that way, I am growing. By learning, I am growing. And by growing, and I'm learning, and I'm progressing in life, and I'm continuing, I'm getting from level to level to level to level, stage to stage to stage. Point number 16, your response determines your destiny. How you respond to certain situations determines how you're going to progress in life. Point number 17 is self-doubt kills more dreams than failure. When you doubt yourself, you tell yourself you're not good enough to do something. So I must not doubt myself because I should trust myself. Which brings me on to point number 18, which is self-love. Self-love does a lot. It's an everyday thing. Point number 19, knowing my worth. If you'd like to see a video on self-worth, do comment down below. Self-worth ties in a lot with self-love, and if you don't treat yourself well, other people also see it as a gateway to not treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. I'm more precious than rubies, more precious than gold. I must show it. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to click that bell to get notified each and every single time I upload a new video. So with that said, goodbye. Point number 10 is a reaction. What? Action. I keep repeating the same words. A burger person.